Hi, my name is Shannon Padilla, and I will be your instructor for your summer course, COM 120 Public Speaking. I wanted to start with an introduction video to introduce myself to you all and talk a little bit about how this class is going to work for the summer. So let me start. You can call me Shannon or you can call me Miss Padilla through email or if we talk. Either one is fine with me. And I've been teaching at DVC in the Communication Studies Department for about 10 years now. I teach COM 120, which is our public speaking class that you're all taking right now. I also teach COM 121, which is critical thinking and persuasion. And lastly, I teach COM 180, which is communication theory. When teaching any or all of these classes, I have a couple philosophies that I want to be upfront about so that you're all aware. And those teaching philosophies have changed over time, but only slightly. It's always been my idea when teaching these classes. And I have two main goals and two main philosophies when I teach. The first of which is that I think college students for communication studies should be able to learn from a textbook, but then apply what we're learning from the textbook to their real lives. So my goal is that whatever we learn in the textbook, whatever we talk about, whatever we watch videos on, whatever we practice, is that then you can somehow implement those skills into being a better communicator outside of the classroom or outside of the textbook. So that's my first goal when teaching. My second goal when teaching public speaking is that I want everybody to improve. So I believe the only way students can improve their public speaking is by speaking in public. And for this class, the way we're going to do that is we're going to upload videos of ourselves, and then we're going to critique them, and hopefully the idea would be to improve over the course. The first one will be usually where students are the most nervous, and then by the last one, students usually are at their best. That's when they've gotten their best. And so my goal with all of our assignments leading up to each speech and then through each speech is that each one you'll get better. You'll get feedback from me on how to get better. You'll get feedback from your classmates on what they think you can improve upon, and you'll even be critiquing yourself at points so that you can decide what you think you need to get better on. Hopefully by the end, though, you feel like, yes, I have improved my public speaking skills. So those are my two main goals when teaching this class. There are a couple of other things I want to highlight in this video so that you can be successful in class. And they're just a few little things to start thinking about from day one, and then moving forward, I'll continue to remind you of other things you'll need. The first thing is that all of you need to get your hands on a textbook. You can rent your textbook from an online source, you can buy your textbook, or you can download your textbook. A lot of students will type in the author's name, Stephen Lucas, The Art of Public Speaking, which is the title of our textbook, and they will simply type in PDF following. Now you decide where to download that from because it is illegal, so you have to be careful with that. But if you want to use the online version of the textbook, those are all there. You will not need an access code at any point. My goal is for you to have a textbook so that you can basically teach yourself what outlines should look like, what should be required in speeches, some practice tips on how to get better, and various things throughout. Your textbook will help you be successful on your quizzes. As mentioned, they will help you construct your outlines, and they will also teach you about the various speeches that we're doing in class. So you will need a textbook. As soon as you can get it, the better. The second thing you'll need to be successful in class is that you need to know how I lay class out on Canvas. So once you log into Canvas and you click on our COM 120 tile, you're going to see a bunch of modules. And right now at the top, it's like syllabus and it's support for students and Canvas help. And then there you have module 1, and it'll say week 1, and it'll say the dates, June 14th to June 18th. I want you to start each week by clicking on the top of that module. And the reason why this is so important is because I know a lot of students use the to-do list or what assignments are due that come up on your Canvas page. The error or the problem you'll have with my class is that not everything I put in the module is going to show up as an assignment. Some of them will be videos. And if you don't open the whole module, you won't know that there's a video there that I want you to watch. So click at the top of the module. Everything will come up. Even if they're not assignments, some of them will be files, some of them will be something I want you to read, some of them will be videos, and you just click through each and every single thing because then you will be successful. So I'll say, for example, there will be an example outline, and it won't be an assignment, it'll just be a file that shows you here's what an outline should look like. Once you click on that, you'll look at it and you'll say, oh, this is what an outline's supposed to look like, and then from there, when I say complete your outline, you'll know what you're supposed to do or what it's supposed to look like. So make sure you open each module every week so that you can see all the things that are in there, not just the to-do and the assignment list. The third thing that's going to make you successful for class, and I want you to be aware of, are the deadlines for class. So every day, Monday through Friday, you're going to have something due by 11:59 p.m. I always give you till the very last second. And because students have told me they like that. But you also can always complete it early. So the way that I structure class is I will set up the module and publish it about the Friday before the next week starts. And so you will have the weekend to either work on my class, where you can open everything up and get it all done over the weekend, or you can ignore it over the weekend because you work or have a social life or whatever else you're doing. And you can come in on Monday morning and start completing assignments. But it will be there for those of you who need a little bit more time, or you want to just get ahead when you maybe have a down weekend. So it'll be there for you, and you can always start and work on it over the weekend, or you can wait until Monday to start doing your assignments. Typically, you'll have the smaller assignments, which are going to be due on like the Monday and the Tuesday and the Wednesday of each week. They will prepare you for whatever speech is then going to typically be due on Thursday. There will be a couple weeks where the speeches are not due Thursday, they're due sooner, but you will get to that as we go. The first few speeches will be due on Thursdays. Then on Fridays, I'll ask you to go back and watch what your other classmates have created and provide feedback to them on Friday. Also on Friday, you will usually critique yourself to let me know how you feel you did that week. So that's kind of an idea of how the class is going to go. Now, we don't have Zoom calls. We don't have virtual check-ins for this class. This is on you to go through the module and complete the assignments. However, I will always be available through email, and I will always respond if you have questions or concerns. Give me time to respond. If you email me at 10 o'clock at night and the assignment's due by midnight, you probably will not hear from me because I will be sleeping. So be aware of that. Give yourself time and give me time to respond to you to be able to help you by the time the assignment is due. If needed, we can also do office hours where we Zoom and we have a meeting time where we meet virtually through the computer if that is better for you. Couple last things I want you to keep in mind before taking this class and just as we move through class, just to kind of keep back there. The first of which is that this is a 3-unit class, which means that we would normally have 54 hours, 54 hours of face-to-face learning. Instead of face-to-face learning for 54 hours, that is what you are doing online. So kind of keep that in mind, the workload. This is a lot of work for 6 weeks. The second thing I want you to keep in mind is that this is a college class. And so students will ask me, did my grammar need to be correct? Should I be proofreading? Yes. Turning college level work, I expect it to be proofread. I expect it to be grammatically correct because that is what we're doing. We're here in college writing college level papers and turning in college level speeches. The third thing to know about me, I am lenient and willing to accept late papers, or if you mess up on an assignment and you want to turn it in a day late, that's fine. I will not do any makeup quizzes. There's only 3 of them, and for reasons that students were cheating, I do not open up the quiz, so make sure that even if you only get half the answers right, because that's all you have time for, you turn something in because I will not accept any late quizzes. I will accept late written work up to about a day to a day and a half late, all right? And then the last thing to keep in mind is that I have to assume in a virtual world that you're doing okay unless you tell me otherwise. So please feel free to reach out if you're having problems or you're not understanding the material. A simple email saying, can you further explain what you mean by this? No problem, that is my job. And if I don't hear from you, like I said, I have to assume that things are going well. So it's when students reach out and say, hey, I'm having a problem with this question, or I don't understand this assignment, where then I go, oh, hey, I need to rephrase that. I need to work on that. So just kind of keep that in mind as we move through the summer. Always reach out with questions and comments. With that said, I hope that this gives you a quick overview of myself, a little bit about my teaching philosophy, and how to be successful in the next 6 weeks that we have together. And I look forward to meeting all of you through your introduction videos that you'll be submitting by Thursday. If you have questions before then, please reach out. Otherwise, best of luck to all of you, and I will have another video for you next week explaining next week's work. Thank you.